I
object.
I object
Your
to
Honor.
you. I object to this podcast, which is also my podcast.
Which we don't know what we're talking about yet. We should still decide that.
Do you want to debate
Apathy.
popcorn?
But I love popcorn.
It's not the best flavor.
The best flavor. But you know that we have the same favorite popcorn, Chris.
Mine's kettle corn.
As is mine.
Oh,
As is mine. So the true test would be, could you debate against your favorite flavor?
oh my goodness. Come on.
Okay.
I don't feel crazy about that one. I'm not passionate about it. How about let's give it a try. Let's see how it feels.
Okay.
Let's see how it feels.
All right.
Let's try this one on. Walk around the store with it.
So...
See if our feet hurt.
No, you take it home, you leave the tags on, see if you return it later. Oh man, I don't know if I'm prepared for this.
All right.
I've literally had 2 seconds to
3,
prepare.
2, 1. Hey, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. My name is Chris, and welcome back to Popcorn Finance, the show where we discuss finance in about the time it takes to make a bag of popcorn. Appreciate you all coming back and spending a little bit of your holiday week here with me. I know you probably got a lot of things going on, traveling around, listening to your friends and family talk about things you probably don't want to hear about. No, I'm just joking, but no, I really do appreciate you taking some time out of your busy days, your busy holidays to spend a little bit of time with me. And as you probably heard in the beginning of the episode there, Bethany Bayless is going to be joining me today, and we're going to be doing one of my favorite types of episodes, a pop-up debate. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think you're really going to enjoy it. But before we jump into that, I just want to say a big thanks to Mint Mobile for bringing you all this special holiday bag of popcorn. And I know a lot of us are probably spending a lot of money this time of year, and we're probably looking for some ways to cut back and save a little bit going into the new year. And one way you can save a ton of money is by switching to Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile provides the same premium network coverage that you're used to, but at a fraction of the cost because everything they do is online. With Mint Mobile, you can cut your wireless bill down to just $15 a month. Every plan comes with unlimited nationwide talk and text, and Mint Mobile offers 3, 8, or 12 gigabytes of 4G LTE data, so you pay for what you need and you're not just throwing money away for data that you might not even be touching. So to save some money after these holidays and get your budget back on track and get the plans shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/popcornfinance. That's mintmobile.com/popcornfinance to cut your wireless bill down to just $15 a month. And I'll tell you one more time, it's mintmobile.com/popcornfinance. So thanks so much to Mint Mobile for helping me bring this bag of popcorn to you all. And now let's hop into my pop-up debate with Bethany Bayless. I'm sitting across the table on the podcast movement floor from the one and only Bethany M. Bayless. I do not know if your middle name starts with an M, but
not at all.
Hi, Bethany. How are you doing?
My middle name starts with a G, actually.
Bethany G. Bayless.
My middle name is George.
Your middle name is not
family.
George. Didn't you tell me this and then tell me it was a lie before, last time?
You completely ruined this for me, Chris. This was supposed to be a build-up. This was supposed to be exactly what I did to you in a previous conversation. You were supposed to forget it. But now your listeners will not benefit from me punking them.
Okay, you want to tell the story anyways?
I mean, I could.
Okay, good. Oh, George? Is that your... What?
Yeah, so my paternal grandfather's name was George, and unfortunately my parents had 4 boys, but were not able to use his name as a namesake, and so they chose me to be his heir, his name heir, and my middle name is George, after my paternal grandfather.
That's an amazing story that I 100% believe. Thank you.
Which is a lie, as you've already exposed. But my paternal grandfather's name was actually Milt. So if I had been, I had been named after him, it would have been M. And boom, drop the mic. Drop the mic.
Not only was the story made up, your grandfather's name's not even George.
Exactly. But I mean, it sounds good to say paternal grandfather.
Oh, okay.
Because people, think there's more legitimacy to this story if you use big words.
Well, there's none whatsoever. So let's talk about why we're actually here. So Bethany, if you all remember, Bethany joined me on a pop-up debate, and we argued whether it is frugal or cheap to reuse paper towels. I handily won that debate. So Bethany, in fit of rage, challenged me to another debate. So that is why we're back here today.
I was really hoping we were going to debate whether or not it's frugal to reuse plastic bags. That was the next one up, but we're going a different direction this time.
Different direction, but I like that. Let's I'll pencil that one in for round 3.
Table that?
Round 3.
We'll table that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So today we're going to be debating what is the perfect gift. Is it cash? Or is it a gift card? Because those are the two most common types of gifts you give to people these days. Because I don't know if you're like me, I don't want to go to the store and pick out the wrong thing. So it's going to be cash or it's going to be a gift card. And if you have never heard a pop-up debate before, this is how it works. We're each going to get 1 minute to argue our side. Bethany gets to pick the side she wants to argue, and then I'm going to be forced to argue the opposite side, whether or not I want to. So, Bethany, to kick things off, what are you picking as your side of this debate? The gift card or the cash?
I've really thought long and hard about this. I have gone back and forth because I do see that there are pros and cons to each of them. So I am curious to see what your approach will be to the opposing side. But I today have decided to argue on the cash side.
Cash. I didn't think you
I know.
You strung me along there. I didn't know where we were going.
Well, you see, you probably had your debate ready for cash, and so I'm just throwing you for a loop.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm trying to make me win.
I do not prepare for these in advance, so I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, well, I didn't get to prepare for this either.
Well, in that case, Bethany, I'm about to start the microwave.
Okay, oh man, here we go.
And you're arguing that cash...
I can't believe you have a microwave on the podcast movement floor. It's
I know.
right here.
Do you see it? Do you see this microwave right here?
Do you just carry that around with you?
Yeah, I walk around with it because you never know when you're going to need a bag of popcorn.
And you need a microwave for that.
And I want some old stale popcorn in my bag. I want it fresh. So I'm starting a fresh bag for you right now, Bethany.
All right.
You're arguing
I'm ready for this.
You're arguing that cash is the superior gift to the gift card, starting now.
As I have grown in my adulthood, I've realized that I used to like to get presents that, maybe someone put a little bit of thought into or whatever. However, as an adult, I find that the more and more that I go through life, having extra cash is so much better. So why not give the gift of freedom to someone? Why not give the gift of financial freedom? And I think sometimes the best gift is that you are able to give cash and that person can do whatever they want. It's like a choose your own adventure gift. They get to make it what they want to make it. If they want to use it to pay their electricity bill, that might be the best gift you could ever give. And it'll keep on giving because then they are now free to take that cash and do whatever they want. They have permission. They can be responsible if that makes them happy, or they have permission to just go out and spend it and blow it wherever they want. And that, undefined, is why cash is the best.
Time is up. There was so much passion in that.
I was using a lot of hand motions, too. I was using a lot of hand motions.
It feels like you're going for the win right now. It feels like you really want this.
The W. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's your turn, though, Chris.
I'm starting the microwave for myself.
Oh, okay.
For a fresh bag of popcorn. I want your old popcorn. I want my own bag here.
Well, I'm going to just eat my popcorn and watch you go.
Starting the microwave right now. Okay, so you're saying cash is the greatest gift because it has all these options and you have flexibility, which I agree with. Those are all very great and very valid points. But I want to make this point to you right here. When someone gives me a gift, I want to know that they thought about me, that they put some consideration into this. Because part of the gift is that is thought into this. They meant this to be for you. And they could have just pulled some old dollar bill out of their sock that morning and handed it to you and put it in an envelope. I don't want that. I want to know that they went out and they said, I know Chris. I know who he is as a person. I know what he enjoys. I know where he would spend this money if he had it. And they took the time to drive to that store, buy the card, bring it over to me. Or maybe they went online. I see Bethany shaking her head. Maybe they went online, but they thought about me and they put some effort into that. And when they hand that gift to me, I'm like, how did you know that I love Best Buy so much? And you decided to go get me a gift card from there. And I think that little extra piece of effort, that little step that they took to prove that they care, makes that gift that much more valuable.
Time!
You cut me off. I would like the record to state that I was cut off about 1 second too early.
I also have to, I'm not allowed to rebuttal, I know, but I do have some follow-up questions for you on your debate. Is that just really quickly?
That is not allowed.
Okay, well, my first question is who keeps their money in an old sock? That's what I want to know. And the argument could be made that they kept that gift card in an old sock and they probably re-gifted that gift card to you in the first place.
I am not as cynical as you are. The world has not taken my joy yet.
I don't know.
So,
you think that people keep money in socks. So this is a little interesting.
I may or may not have put money in my sock in high school. Let's just say that. So anyways.
Sweaty old sock. Oh, good.
Well, you know what's great, Bethany? We don't get to decide who wins this because we both know who we would both select as the winner.
Me, exactly. We both would select me. That's right.
So, I'll be putting a poll on Instagram. I'll be putting a poll on popcornfinance.com, and we'll let the listeners decide who argued their side best. I have a feeling that I'm going to win twice. My record will be 2-0, but we don't know.
I won the last one, Chris.
I don't know. In my memory, I won the last one.
I won the last one.
I guess we'll never know.
I
Bethany
won
Bayless,
overall, but my husband voted for you, and that's why you feel like you won.
I think that's a victory.
I love how that's like you've rewritten history, but go ahead.
Well, anyways, Bethany Bayless, despite your lies, where can people find you? And where can they keep up on the great things you're doing?
With that,
especially over at the Money Millhouse podcast.
Yeah, that's right. They can find us at the Money Millhouse. We're on Instagram and Facebook and all podcast places too. But if you want to see what I'm up to personally, you can follow me at Bethany Bayless. Yeah, that's BAYLESS.
Thank you, Bethany. And I give Bethany a hard time. She's actually a really good friend, and I have a great time debating her. So thanks again for joining me.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, boy, keep it poppin' like Mary Poppins.
Paper straws.
Yes! What about alternatives to paper straws that we could come up with? What would your alternative be?
I don't know, a metal straw?
I was thinking a noodle.
Like an actual noodle?
Yes.
Like spaghetti?
Yes. No, well, no, it'll be like a hollow noodle that is like a straw, but a noodle.
You want to drink out of a dry noodle? You know it's going to just get wet like a paper straw and be useless.
It's only, well, obviously you can't do hot drinks, but you could do cold drinks out of a wet noodle.
But it's still going to get wet.
But it'll get wet, but it'll take longer for it to actually absorb the liquid.
But I don't think it works that way.
All right, our debate could be, would an alternative papered straw be a wet noodle? Yes or no?
No. It's not even a question. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the episode. And I've been sticking in these little podcast recommendations that I've recorded earlier this year to make it a little bit easier for people to find some new shows that they might be interested in hearing about. So I walked around podcast moving conference floor with the microphone, threw it in people's faces and said, hey, tell me some of your favorite podcasts. And so that's what you're going to be hearing here. So been doing it for the past few weeks. Probably going to keep doing it for as long as I have these recordings. So hope you enjoy. Hope you find a new show that you might really enjoy. And if you have a recommendation for me, please feel free to send it my way. You can always reach out to me on Instagram. Just look for Popcorn Finance Podcast, or on Facebook and Twitter. Or you can reach out to me my absolute favorite way, and that is through the Pop Line. This is a phone number. You can reach me anytime and leave me a voicemail with your favorite podcast or just a general question that you want me to talk about on the show. And I should probably give you that number. It is 707-200-8259. Again, 707-200-8259. I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to reach out to me anytime, and I'd love to answer your question or share your recommendation here on the show. All right, so name and your favorite podcast.
So my name is Kevin Washington, recently a broke college student, and my favorite podcast right now, I have two. It would be either Joe Rogan's podcast, which I know that's pretty cliche because he has one of the biggest podcasts presently on YouTube and everything else. And then right behind it is actually the Joe Budden podcast. So the two Joes podcast, those are my favorite podcasts.
What'd you think about the list that put Joe Budden at, like, think top 5 rappers of all time?
Everybody knew that was a joke. Even Joe Budden knew that was a joke. Everybody knows that's a joke. Nothing more needs to be said about that list, and people need to stop making lists in general. Stop coming out with lists. There's no more list. Music is subjective. You like what you like. You don't like what you like. Let it go. No more list.
I agree with that. Thank you.